This was not a one-off event. These things happen all the time. They happen all the time.
Many Americans believe in extraterrestrials, and many have reported seeing them.
It had big eyes.
This is where it landed.
Half of it doing lights. It was like...
And even being abducted by them.
There was either somebody trying to run me off the road or something else. All the lights in the car came on.
Join us as we look at the top 20 real alien encounters of 2023. 20. Light portal. Strange flying spheres of light spotted in the night sky over Texas raised suspicions about UFOs. Residents across Texas took to social media to post photographs and videos of the unusual illumination. The lights were seen traveling east between 9:30 and 10:30 p.m. One set of such images caught the eye of a woman in Elsa, Texas, and depicted a sphere of light beneath a brilliant ring sparkling above a neighborhood. The woman was exiting her car after dinner when she observed the light show. She looked up and saw the moon to her left and the lights to her right, and she thought something didn't seem right. Someone messaged her from East Texas, near Tyler, stating they had seen the same thing. She found it most intriguing. As it went higher into the sky, the unidentified aerial phenomena appeared to widen and expand. However, the lights may not be that mysterious after all. According to a representative for the Federal Aviation Administration, the lights were most likely caused by a SpaceX rocket that launched from Florida's Cape Canaveral Space Force Station around 7:50 p.m. The mission, which placed 22 Starlink satellites into orbit, marked the sixth launch and landing of the Falcon 9 rocket's first stage booster. SpaceX has launched over 4,850 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit, with plans to launch 12,000 more. 19. Cop Bodycam Alien. The footage in the next video was captured on a police officer's chest camera and shows a bizarre bright light flying across the night sky. The footage shows a bright blue ball of light flying over the dark sky at high speed. Approximately 39 minutes after the first call, another resident called 911, reporting two unknown beings in his backyard after witnessing an object fall from the sky. The homeowner told police an audio acquired by the TV channel,
and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there,
that there was an 8-foot person with large eyes glaring at him. The caller was terrified and insisted it was not a joke. The police were on their way, extremely nervous, admitting they would never believe such an incident could be possible. But after seeing the shooting star, they sort of believed. In the end, the area of the alleged sighting was searched, and the witnesses interviewed, but no new information was found. 18. Mexico's alien corpses. Scientists in Mexico are revealing what some believe to be aliens, displaying the remnants of non-human species. Two little mummified specimens were presented before Mexico's first public legislative hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena. Journalist and UFO researcher Jaime Maussan, who displayed two mummified remains, said they were not from Earth, and other specialists requested that the Mexican Chamber of Deputies recognize UAPs to ensure airspace security and allow for research. The withered bodies with shrunken, distorted skulls shocked everyone in the chamber and instantly sparked a social media frenzy. The apparently desiccated bodies were discovered deep below in Nazca, Peru's sandy coastal desert, in 2017. The location is noted for massive enigmatic images carved into the dirt and visible only from above. The Nazca lines are most associated with ancient indigenous communities, but the formations have piqued many people's interest. 17. Mysterious light. Many television viewers spotted floating lights off the San Diego coast in the late evening. They were seen all along the coast, from Chula Vista to Encinitas. A local television station contacted San Diego police to determine what the lights were. They informed them that lifeguards had stated that the lights were flares used in military drills. However, both Camp Pendleton and Naval Air Station North Island claimed they had no idea what the lights were. There were rumors on social media that it was for an Imperial Beach 4th of July drone display, but Imperial Beach police said they had no idea what the lights were either. The orange lights kept flashing, appearing, and disappearing, slowly moving over the ocean. I guess if none of the official government and city officials had any clue what the lights were, they must have been spaceships. 16. Spinning alien UFO. The following video depicts the most talked about event that took place in the Los Angeles area in 2023. A beautiful spinning spiral UFO can be seen in the sky, leaving observers in awe. The stunning visuals are hard to ignore. Was it a doorway, an extraterrestrial encounter, or something else? Why don't you tell us what you think in the comments? 15. Utah Alien. This is an odd one. and the rarest of rare encounters. A person was in a desolate area of Utah with only a few dirt roads when they noticed a tall person with a massive head up on a hill. When light was added to the photograph, it revealed a thin violet robe and an almost religious pose, like Jesus. Also, the neck was extremely long and slender. There was no face visible, although we could be looking at it from behind. This had all the signs of being a real alien. Also note, there were a few other alien sightings during that same week, so aliens could decide to reveal themselves soon. 14. Area 6 Alien. The following video was captured by a team in Pahrump, Nevada, looking north over the nuclear test site and Area 6 of the NTTR. Tonopah Test Range and Area 51 are both in the same general direction. Tonopah is located west of Area 51. The footage speed has been raised by 300% to illustrate the object's directions. Are they satellites? Is space so crowded? Is this some kind of test? The objects appear to be going in opposite directions, while the Starlink satellites move identically. What is happening over Area 6? Why don't you tell us what you think is happening in the comments below? 13. Glowing UFO. A beach runner out on her morning run noticed a fascinating light UFO hovering over the sea. The In the Gulf of Mexico captured footage of the hovering object, which she published on social media. Many people mistook it for an alien spacecraft. The sighting occurred at Miramar Beach in Ciudad Madero, a coastal city in Tamaulipas, Mexico. The video, shared by social media user, shows a large glowing object hovering over the sea. Viewers flocked to social media to comment on the footage, with some believing it was the bottom of the rising sun visible beneath the clouds, and others certain it was a UFO. Some residents believe that a Martian base exists in the Gulf of Mexico, which is why the area is safe from cyclones. So far, there have been no official explanations for the enigmatic luminous object. 12. Navy pilot alien encounter. In our thumbnail, we can see a squadron of flying saucers on a mission. On the left picture, and an alien kneeling down, almost as if he is praying to his god on the right pic. I had no clue aliens were religious. A retired Navy fighter pilot claimed he saw a tic-tac-looking object while on a flight in 2004. The retired commander claims to have sighted the item during a flight off the coast of Southern California on November 14, 2004. At the time, advanced radar on a ship in their training group, the USS Princeton, caught what operators described as multiple anomalous aerial vehicles over the horizon, dropping 80,000 feet in less than a second. The commander decided to explore. He spotted a small white tic-tac-like thing just sort of moving above the whitewater area. The item was approximately the size of an FA-18F, with no markings, wings, or exhaust plumes. When the commander attempted to cut off the UAP, it moved so rapidly that it appeared to vanish. He stated it was discovered less than a minute later, around 60 miles away. Without understanding what it was, he was certain it was beyond their current material knowledge and capabilities. 11. Strange sighting in the sky. People in Las Vegas were perplexed after seeing red and white lights in the night sky. Brett Feinstein took to Twitter and released a video of the incident. Mr. Feinstein captured the footage from a Las Vegas club parking lot of what looked like groupings of white and red lights glowing in the skies. He claims he hangs out in that neighborhood every night and has never seen anything like this. People who captured the event speculated that it was a UFO hovering over the club. In the comments portion of the posts, people agreed that it was a UFO. According to scientists, the odd lights were most likely caused by a weather phenomena. A meteorologist from the National Weather Service in Las Vegas indicated that because the lights in the clouds did not appear to move and the temperature in the clouds was cold enough, what visitors observed was most likely a phenomena known as light pillars. Long pillars of multicolored light racing across the sky appear to be the perfect backdrop for an approaching alien invasion. But light pillars are a typical effect found all over the world. They come from above, not extraterrestrials, but small ice crystals suspended in the atmosphere. Ice is extremely thin and formed like plates with hexagonal faces. When ice drifts down through the air, it falls nearly horizontally. The larger faces are located at the top and bottom. Because ice is reflective, when light reaches the larger faces, it bounces about and reflects off more ice crystals, resulting in these vertically stacked mirrors floating in the atmosphere. So, according to experts, what people witnessed in Las Vegas was simply the brilliant light from the city being refracted by weather activity in the sky. 10. Strange object in Oklahoma. In this next video, a strange object can be seen flying through the sky. It looks like a ball of white light, which resembles chemtrails, but blows up at one point, so it's definitely not chemtrails. Some people on social media stated it was a rocket, and others joked it was an ICBM. According to an aviation expert, it was a FedEx plane traveling to Los Angeles that flew over Oklahoma at 34,000 feet. The sun's angle and the plane's altitude led contrails to become visible for a brief period, resulting in the strangeness. Well, it turns out it was a satellite that was launched from the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. According to news reports, after 3 weather delays and a scrub due to a rogue cruise ship, the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket finally blasted off on its 5th attempt, putting on a spectacular sunset sky show as it climbed toward orbit, dropping off its first stage booster along the way for a fiery descent to touch down at the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. 9. Salt Lake City's unearthly encounter. People reported seeing UFOs flying in a straight line above Utah's stormy sky. There was a fleet of them soaring over the mountains. Starlink satellites contribute to global internet connectivity. They are Elon Musk's project, and SpaceX has begun placing them in the sky. Because the satellites pick up light reflections, they form a new constellation, or UFOs, as they move through the sky. But were they over Utah when the event happened? The answer is yes. The Starlink satellites have sparked UFO reports all around the world because they appear to be moving in a line over the Earth. However, it was not aliens this time. Just another high-tech endeavor that has surprised people across the world, and this time, it was in Utah. 8. Flashing UFOs. A stunning UFO sighting occurred in Arizona as 8 to 10 unexplained lights congregated and traveled northward. Captured on June 22, 2023, this remarkable spectacle sparked debate about the presence of UFOs. Some Arizonans believed they witnessed a UFO blazing across the sky late one evening, but there was a more practical explanation. Viewers began messaging Arizona's local news channel shortly before 8 p.m. about the weird light. Some believed it was a SpaceX satellite. While the business had planned to launch that night, it had to postpone the mission. The so-called Alpha rocket took off from the Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. It was created by Firefly Aerospace, a Texas-based corporation, and was part of a mission for the United States Space Force, a branch of the military. The expedition is supposedly called Victus Nox, which means conquer the night in Latin. 7. Colombian Alien. Unidentified flying objects and extraterrestrial life have sparked an ongoing widespread internet debate. While there is a sect of geeks who have all the proof to provide that will substantiate the existence of alien life on Earth, there is also a cynical group that refuses to buy into any speculations on the subject. These two parties recently voiced their concerns after pilot Jorge Arteaga's footage leaked online. The UFO goes past the airliner at incredible speeds, seemingly defying physics. The pilot was able to capture the UFO in very clear footage. The Colombian pilot's video shows a big silver disc-shaped object flying by his jet high in the sky. The video was shared on social media and has since been watched by millions. While posting the video, Arteaga allegedly stated that he saw a UFO while flying over Antioquia, Colombia. 6. Large triangular. A perplexed witness in Utah recorded footage of a strange triangular object hovering over Salt Lake City for several minutes. The perplexing encounter reportedly occurred in September, but video of the unusual event finally surfaced online via various YouTube channels dedicated to aerial anomalies. According to the man who witnessed the curiously shaped UFO, he was in the Draper neighborhood of the city when he noticed the unusual UFO out in the distance just above the high-rise buildings in downtown Salt Lake. The observer estimated that the item was 1,250 to 1,500 feet in the sky and reported that the triangle anomaly initially appeared to be stationary before slowly moving north. 5. Alaskan Bizarre UFO. In the late 1980s, the Stargate project was in full force. According to the declassified data, the US government has used remote seeing, or the ability to psychically see places from a distance, for more than 10 years. While reviewing the CIA archives, investigators came across something that prompted a double interpretation: the apparent finding of 3 extraterrestrial bases by an intelligence analyst. Under the supervision of the DoD Defense Intelligence Agency, the strange handwritten document labeled Sunstreak described secret underground constructions of extraterrestrial origin. One of these structures could be found beneath Mount Hayes, Alaska. Despite being the highest peak in the state's eastern range, Mount Hayes is rarely climbed due to its isolation and inaccessibility. It is also the core of what locals call the Alaska Triangle, which is a hotspot for stories of inexplicable lights, vanishing hikers, and even tiny people in the desert. So, what precisely has the US government discovered? And may an underground facility be linked to weird ties in the area that have existed for decades? In one of his visions, a prominent psychic spy said that one of the largest hidden alien bases was located inside Mount Hayes in Alaska. The aliens who resided inside the mountain resembled humans in appearance, differing only in internal anatomy, such as the heart, lungs, blood, and eyeballs. Furthermore, the psychic said that the aliens had the ability to affect our thoughts, and that the site in Alaska was also responsible for the malfunctioning of some American and Soviet space objects. Of course, the psychic statements were never formally verified. 4. Alien floating in the sky. This mysterious object sighting in Glasgow, Scotland was captured on camera, adding to the many reports of sightings over the years. The video clip purportedly showing a UFO went viral, leaving many baffled. Lindsay Curry reported that her boyfriend had recorded the enigmatic item on camera above his apartment in the city's Maryhill neighborhood. It was flying across the sky, traveling from the northwest of Glasgow towards the southwest, according to her description. The shape of the item that appeared to be floating across the city's skyline in the video footage was unknown. In the past 20 years, more than 200 UFOs have been seen there, with a glut this year. In the summer, scores higher, 3 and 4 days, were observed. The vast areas and steep terrain of the area, according to UFO enthusiasts, may be a lure for UFOs. No noise or lights visible and a black triangle rushing over leads were among the sightings. 3. The Braz Alien 11. As ecologically diverse as the Amazon is, this odd critter does not appear to be a natural inhabitant of the Brazilian jungle, or even the entire planet. Standing just a few feet away from a mesmerizing flashing light, this unnamed species could provide evidence that we are not alone in the universe. The image is from a video received by prominent paranormal writer Michael Cohen, which is said to have been captured by 2 British visitors touring the Manaus region of the Amazon. While the camera focuses on some small youngsters, a silvery light can be seen in the distance behind them. However, it is only when the gaze is turned to the surrounding forest that a small figure may be seen standing side-on to the right of a tree, appearing to arch its back. It is the unmistakable form of an extraterrestrial, but no explanation is given as to what the light could be. 2. Travis Walton abduction. Travis Walton, an American forestry worker, was allegedly abducted by aliens on November 5, 1975, while working with a logging team in the Apache Sitgreaves National Forests in Haber, Arizona. On October 20, 1975, NBC broadcast The UFO Incident, a special made-for-TV film about the purported alien abduction of Barney and Betty Hill. The film portrayed a motorist walking through the woods, approaching an overhead light when he was hit by a light beam. Within weeks following the broadcast, Walton was reported missing to authorities after walking into the woods towards an overhead light and being illuminated by a beam of light. Police organized several search groups to find the missing man. After 5 days and 6 hours, shortly after midnight on November 12th, Walton called his sister from a payphone in Heber, claiming to have reappeared following the abduction. Within days, Walton sold his story to the National Enquirer, which published it nationwide and gave the crew a $5,000 prize. Walton wrote a book about his alleged abduction called The Walton Experience in 1978, which was transformed into the 1993 film Fire in the Sky. Walton's story attracted widespread attention, and he remains a frequent guest on television shows and podcasts. The Walton incident is largely viewed as a fake, especially among UFO and extraterrestrial abduction believers. They mentioned that the Waltons were long-standing UFO enthusiasts and pranksters who had recently seen a TV movie about an alleged alien abduction. They claimed that one motivation for the fake was to provide an act of God that would allow the logging crew to avoid a significant financial penalty from the Forestry Service for failing to fulfill their contract by the deadline. 1. The Intriguing UFO of Hastings. Why are so many UFOs reported near nuclear sites, and why isn't the government doing more to assess the possible national security threat? A team of high-ranking former U.S. defense and intelligence officials, aerospace industry veterans, academics, and others affiliated with the To the Stars Academy of Arts and Science are asking these questions. The team has been studying a wide spectrum of these sightings and pressing for more serious government action. Robert Hastings, a UFO researcher, claims to have interviewed over 160 veterans who have seen unusual phenomena in the skies around nuclear installations. According to Hastings, you have radar-tracked things traveling at speeds that no other object on Earth can match. There are eyewitnesses, such as military personnel and jet pilots. Witnesses to these situations are frequently highly trained individuals with the highest security clearance. In recent years, advanced technology has been used to validate their reports. In late 1948, green fireballs were observed in the skies near the atomic laboratories at Los Alamos and Sandia, New Mexico. where the atomic bomb was initially conceived and tested. A declassified FBI memo from 1950 refers to flying saucers, reaching about 50 feet in diameter near the Los Alamos laboratory. Dozens of workers from the Nevada Desert Atomic Test Site, where scores of A-bombs were detonated in the post-World War II era, claimed that UFO activity was so prevalent that employees were assigned to watch it. While previous allegations were career-ending for military personnel, there is a growing willingness in the Pentagon and on Capitol Hill to take these sightings seriously as potential threats. In April 2019, the United States Navy announced that it was updating its guidelines for how pilots and personnel should report unexplained aerial phenomena, making it easier for military members to report sightings to superiors without fear of professional stigma and backlash. Congress, beginning with former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid, has expressed a greater interest in being briefed as well. Fascination with the concept of alien visitors isn't new, but with the internet, it has become more popular than ever. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thank you for watching and see you next time.